Mastering your first interview and avoiding the most common mistakes. Mistake number one, it is the lack of preparation. You don't know the vision, the mission of the place. You don't know where you want to work. You don't know the departments. If in the case that it was, for example, like a school setting, you don't know the principal, assistant principal, the team leads, the admin team. You don't know that if you're contributing something to a team, you don't even know them. You don't even know, like, research and Google people. That's kind of the basic. Find info about the company, find info about the campus where you want to work at, and see what they want to offer, what is their mission and their vision, and how you can contribute to them. How do you fit in their world, all right? You see, even if it's like you're in need of a job, it doesn't matter where it is. I highly suggest that to pass your first interview that you do your research, okay? Another way to struggle is like not even preparing for the basic questions that they're gonna ask, which it takes me to mistake number two. You need to prepare and failing to practice response. That means that you need to investigate some possible questions. The basic ones are going to be tell me a little bit about yourself, or know your skills, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you can contribute to the company or to the team. How do you work as a team member, if you're a team player, or what is your personality? Basically, they want to get that vibe of who you are and if you're reliable, if you can work with them, basically. So be prepared, practice the most basic questions, and obviously practice in front of the mirror. That's the easiest way. If you're more like into the phone, so record yourself responding those questions to see how you look. What are your facial expressions? What is your body language? If you're just like la 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 blah blah blah, so to see what are things that you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. Mistake number three, it is the lack of professionalism, which could be like arriving late to your interview. So I highly suggest that you arrive 10 to 15 minutes early and that you're ready and prepared and not sweaty, or you don't have a tummy ache, or you can take care of your business before you go to your interview. And number two, dress up not accordingly for the profession. Depending on the business or the school that you want to work in, that doesn't mean that you're going to go in ripped jeans to an interview or a ripped shirt, because that doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make you look professional. Unless you're like an artist and you're looking for a job in a gallery. But either way, for the interview, you should prepare and dress up accordingly and professional for what they're looking for. So decide business casual or professional good looking. So for example, I'm going to tell you this, and this played on my favor because I was able to wrap it up right away. In one of the schools that I used to work, in my first interview, I had some big old high heels and a suit and everything. It was a school counseling job. And then one of the ladies, it was a teacher from the panel, she asked me, "Are those your running shoes?" And I was like, "Whew. Well, these are my interview shoes to look good and cute, but I understand what you're trying to say." Your brain needs to fast forward and think like faster, which that means that I needed to run chasing kids around the neighborhood, which she gave me a big old hint to decide if I wanted to work with them, but kind of so you can have an idea. You have to be prepared for any situation or scenario that can happen. Obviously, I got the job, so the right thing to do, it was my suit and my high heels. Mistake number four, talking too much or too little, like rambling or going off topic. Sometimes when you're nervous, it's like, and then you get off topic and then you go back and then you start talking. Inhale and exhale and try to connect the dots and put the stuff together. Don't talk too little, no yes or no answers like, because no, you're not going to be hired because you don't have anything to offer if you can't talk in an interview. Wrap up your feelings, suck it up, and pray over that interview before, after, and during, so your emotions can be in control and they can see how much you can bring in if they choose you, right? Keep your responses concise but detailed enough so they know that you're a great asset, that they know that your expertise, what you're doing, and what you can bring. Another strategy that sometimes they use is the STAR. They're gonna give you like a situation, then the task, then you're gonna be to explain the action and the results. What is the outcome? If you're working in a school setting, a scenario with colleagues, or it could be with students, and then what was the action taken based on your research or what you investigate about the situation. And then of course they want to see the outcome. What was the outcome out of it? Sometimes they even ask you, regardless if it's in a business situation or a company, or if it's a school setting, a positive story with a big old ending. And they also want to test you and see how resilient you are, and how creative you are, how a problem solver you are. And they can tweak it a little bit to the point that they want to ask you also like a situation where it wasn't that good, something positive, even though you put all the work, good, and then something that didn't go well the way you expected. That makes you human. They want to see your resilience towards the situation and how you refocus and repurpose and start over again. Then tip number 5, or mistake number 5, is not asking questions. So when you don't ask questions to them, it makes you feel like you're not that interested, or you're not that smart, or it's like meh. And they don't want to hire a meh. They need to hire you with your talents, okay? So prepare to ask questions based on what they're selling, based on what they're doing, based on the culture of the company, the vision. If you want to ask questions about salary, you can take that risk over there, or what they're looking in the profession, or when you can hear back from them, and something else. That's not only one questions, and so much more. So I'm very excited for you in your new journey. Make sure if you like this video, thumbs up and subscribe so you can keep receiving more. There's not a specific time of the year where you look for a job. You can look for a job every now and then. Some people like to do in January or the summer. It's up to you. I am so happy that you're here. So ace your interview, and I'm going to be cheering you on your success. Bye.